In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can use the IFERROR function to suppress errors in your Excel spreadsheet. I'm also going to show you how you can combine that with the VLOOKUP function to produce specific messages and results based on the different errors that you may encounter. And that can avoid getting rid of these hashtags and getting rid of just the same message regardless of the type of error that it is. So in this example, I am doing a lookup on this table. So I've got my items that I'm looking up and I've got various errors here. So I've got an NA error, I've got a reference error, another NA error, another one down here. So a quick way to suppress any errors in Excel is just by adding the if error statement before. So here I've got my VLOOKUP formula, it's working correctly and it's taking this value, checking it on here, and it's not found. So if I don't want it to say NA, I can just type in if error and then I'm going to hit end and go to the last argument here. So that's my normal value. It says if this is an error, then return this value. So value if error. So in this case, I can just type in quotes, not found. Close this out. And now I've gotten rid of that NA error. And now it does say not found. Now, the problem with the if error function, it's going to do this for any type of error that I encounter. So in this case, even the ref error. So if I type in if error here, and do the same thing and just say not found. The problem is now I don't know what kind of error I've got, whether it's an NA error or a reference error, which are very different types of errors when you're dealing with VLOOKUP. In this case, I've got a reference error because I've only got 5 columns in my table here, but I'm referencing a 6th. So that's a much different error than over here where I'm referencing the 5th column, which is correct. Just the item number wasn't found. So this is one of the drawbacks of using the if error function. It's going to mask these types of errors and basically lump them into one. So how do we get around this? The if error works well if you just want a quick way to get rid of any errors on your spreadsheet and you don't have the time or don't need to focus on different types of errors or don't need to worry about them. But how can you make this a little bit better and more customizable so to make sure that you're not missing other error types and grouping them all together? So let's first undo these if error statements that I've added. There's an Excel function called ERROR.TYPE, which is actually going to tell us the different types of errors that they match up to. So if I type in ERROR.TYPE, you'll see we've got, so for an NA error, that's error type 7. If it's a reference error, it's an error type 4. So what I'm going to do is create a lookup table to say, okay, if based on these different error codes, it's going to pull in a customized message. So rather than just saying not found for all of them, I'm going to have a lookup table that can set up different responses based on those values. So let's say I create an error lookup table here. And so you can make this for all the error types if you want, but let's say I just want number 4 and number 7. So number 4 was if the reference is wrong, and number 7 was if it was not found. So that was for the NA error. And so this is going to allow me now to customize my messages. So this is going to be the error value, and this is the response that it's going to return if it's found. And so for example, what I can do here is use the VLOOKUP function to say look up the error type related to this value. And then I'm going to look up this table array. So I'm just going to select column K and L, column index number. I'm just going to return the second column, and I'm going to set it to false because I'm looking for an exact match. So in this case, it's telling me that it's not found. Now let's copy this down for this one. And so for the reference here, it says reference is wrong. So this gives me a more customized result. And obviously I can change this in here, and that's going to update based on these results. But now I'm not just using a catch-all like the if error to suppress every type of error and group it all as the same thing. Now, not all of these values have errors. Some of them did return values correctly. So what you could do in this case is use the if error function here and say, okay, if there's any type of error in this value, then what we're basically going to do is apply that lookup functionality. So if it's found, then we've got that. Otherwise, we've got that original value in there. So by doing this, now we can have the best of both worlds where we're suppressing the errors, but we're not just using a catch-all statement for everything. We're applying that customization, and now we can keep the values that are correct, but at the same time, set up our custom messages based on this lookup table if there is if there is an error that's found. And so what you may want to do in this case is just hide this column here, your original lookup value, and just, put this as your result. And let's hide this. And so by doing this now, it's a whole lot cleaner. You have your lookup value here if it's correct. Otherwise, it's going to look up this lookup table. And obviously you can expand this to include other error types that you may encounter. And if you need a list of them, if you just type in the error.type, you'll see all these different errors and their related codes to ensure that you're accurately getting each and every one of them, just so that way you're avoiding those hashtags showing up on your spreadsheet, because that's one of the worst things that can happen when you send a file to somebody and it's full of these different error messages and it just doesn't look very polished and clean. And by combining the IFERROR function with the VLOOKUP function, you can have a much cleaner result without having to worry about that you're missing potential errors that you weren't aware of were happening on your spreadsheet because you were using the IFERROR function. But as you can see, when using IFERROR and the VLOOKUP statement, then you can have a much better result overall and giving you the best of both worlds, cleaning up the errors, but at the same time not overlooking ones and grouping them all together as one. So that's a wrap for this video. I hope you did learn something from it. If you did like it, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.